Defy celebrates 115 years of making appliances that make you believe in better. Defy introduced the revolutionary Slimline Oven, which quickly became a household name in South Africa. Our iconic Slimline range continues to lead as SA's #1 choice for built-in cooking appliances and has stood the test of time as a result of easy-to-use functionality, our unique thermofan technology, unbeatable value, and unwavering reliability. Let's take a look at how it's made. Recently, Defy appliance manufacturing plants were audited in terms of health and safety of employees and the transmission of COVID-19. Defy achieved class-leading results for the GC mark for trusted workplaces by DQS, with the Department of Labour applauding its efforts. Defy has taken strict measures to ensure the safety of its greatest supporters, its employees. Defy is honoured to be part of the proudly South African family, contributing to the strengthening of our country's economy. Here at the Defy factory in Jacobs, steel arrives on trucks in coil and pre-cut, all unpainted. The steel is offloaded into the factory, ready to be manufactured. A tool is selected and the gear press is set up, ready to turn the steel into parts of an oven. The coils are loaded into the gear press, which unwinds and feeds the steel into the tool. Here, the gear press trims and presses each piece of the steel into the required shape for various parts of the Slimline Oven. The first off is the sample of the tool, which then gets compared to the master sample. The rest of the parts are received from the gear press, where they are taken to the enamel MPT. Here, the parts are thoroughly washed and cleaned, and each goes through a different process depending on whether a part needs to be painted or enameled. The parts are hung, ready to enter the flatline enamel and furnace. All flatline parts go through a spray, and enamel powder is applied covering every part of exposed steel. After receiving a coat of powder, the parts are sent through an 850-degree furnace. This allows the powder to be converted to an enamel coat. The parts are all equally inspected and loaded into trolleys and sent to the assembly hall. The Slimline Oven is created by parts in the press shop. Here, the cavity is pressed into shape and the cavity welding machine welds the cavity together. The cavities continue along the production line and are loaded for the enamel process. Enamel powder is applied and the sensors automatically read what cavity enters the spray booth and adjusts accordingly between 80 to 120 microns when applied. The cavities exit the enamel process after passing through the furnace. Each cavity is visually inspected before being loaded onto a trolley and transported to the assembly hall. All external parts go through the paint line to be painted and inspected. Around 13,000 parts go through this line in a day. A quality check is done to ensure the highest standards are met. A visual inspection is first completed, followed by the drop test, paint test, scratch test, and micro dot testing, following which a report is compiled for each batch of painted parts. In the assembly hall, each product has its own assembly line. The Slimline Oven cavity is placed and fitted with the elements. Next, the insulation is applied around the oven and fastened in place, moving down the line where the side and back panels are attached. The control panels and wiring are connected, which then enter the assembly line and are fitted to the oven. The back cover and top cover are attached. A door with glass front is assembled and enters the production line, where it is attached to the oven and the hinges set in place. At the same time, the internal components, racks, backing tray and user manual are inserted into the oven. An electrical test is performed to test the functionality of the components. Every oven is tested, inspected and must pass the quality check as well as a visual inspection before continuing on the assembly line. Once the quality and electrical testing is completed, the oven moves along the conveyor to the packing area. The stovetop is added to the oven with the internal packaging materials The oven is boxed, labeled and wrapped ready for delivery. The elegant Slimline oven range is convenient with easy functionality and offers reduced cooking time with innovative technology that does things better.